up, YouTubers? Shinny D's in the house, not done a video for a while, so I'm just going to do this one on changing the clutch on my green thing. There she is there, she's slipping. It's been slipping for ages actually. Been meaning to do it for ages, plus I want to get it on the dyno. So see what she's doing. So I'll get it in the workshop and then we'll start ripping the engine out. So most people would take the gearbox out and the transfer box, but I'm only doing it, taking the engine out, because I've got a block and tackle and an RSJ in my unit, so it's a bit easier to do that. So I think what I'll do is I'll take this front grille out. I might keep the rad pack connected to the engine and all the water plumbing, just take it off the heater matrix and try and lift it all out in one lump with the radiator. So I think I'll do that. I think it'll be a bit easier doing that. Obviously bell housing bolts and everything, and all the wiring and fuel lines, power steering lines, and that's pretty much it really. You know, there's not that much going on, so nice and simple. So I'll get stuck into that, I think. So the brackets what I'd put on to hold the grill on, well awkward, but it's off now anyway. So yeah, I've just got a couple of little brackets there holding the bottom of the rad pack on. So I'm just going to put a piece of board down the back of the fan, protect the viscous fan from going into the radiator while I'm moving it about. A bit of this stuff behind it as well, every bit helps. So I had the dreaded bell housing seized bolts. So two of them in the worst places you could possibly ask for, wouldn't undo whatsoever. Started rounding off, so one of them, just get my torch, was down here, just down there, real bad place to get to. And then the other one was on the same, on the other side, just above the slave cylinder housing. So I managed to get this side, just managed to keep knocking it round with a chisel, managed to get that. But the other side I had to cut through bell housing because the chisel wasn't doing nothing, it was dead awkward to get to. So let's just get over here a minute. Had to get the old trusty grinder out, and then just had to get it down here and cut actually into the bell housing a bit, just to chop the bolt in half. So she's gone anyway, so she's ready for out now. Yeah, so I'll get the chain on it and that, undo the couple of pipes and exhaust and engine mount and steering, and that's it. Whip her out, mate. Nasty, but they're out now anyway. So I'm going to put 17mm headed high tensile steel ones in. Put some copper slip on, so they'll come out easier next time. So another little niggle, that power steering pipe up there on the pump. Obviously it was seized, spinning the pipe, so got some heat on it, managed to free it off. Typical Land Rover. So she's ready for out now. Disconnected everything, all plumbing, and managed to do that dodgy power steering pipe, took the engine mounts off, exhaust front pipes disconnected and all wiring. So I'm going to get the block and tackle on it and then get her out, innit? Pop you on there a minute. Give it a bit of a lever on the bell housing. There she goes. So she's out. Took me a bit longer than anticipated. Well, there she is. So, strip this apart now, out clutch and that. I thought it'd be a lot more rusty than that, because this has been underwater so many times, this. Right, well I'll get stuck into that then. It looks a bit glazed. Doesn't actually look that worn. I think it's either a weak pressure plate or it's just heavily faded, because I've got big tyres on it, and the engine's tweaked quite a bit, so probably just can't take it. So get a new clutch put in. So you can see that snap stud there. Well, I had to cut it. I actually got the grinder in there to snap it. So I've got to extract that, but that'll be alright, that won't make much difference. Things you've got to do, eh? So I've got a left hand drill bit. I'm going to see if this will get it out. Straight out. Not bad them, are they? Job's a good one. So I've actually got the ceramic paddle type clutches. I've had them a few years now. From Truck Fix. The guy who got them off, he said he put one in his truck and it was slipping. So I don't know why that was, but one of them, it appears like this is worn quite a lot. So whether he had a lot of pressure on the thrust bearing and it was just holding the clutch in a little bit, like on the slave cylinder he might have had the rod a little bit too long, I don't know. So I'm a bit dubious about using them, but they're meant to be a good clutch. You can see that way it's just worn, it's not even bedded itself in yet. And I know they need to be bedded in proper, these clutches, before they start working proper. Same with this one. That's not even bedded in, nowhere near yet. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is the service area on the paddles. It doesn't even cover the whole of the clutch, you know, on the pressure plate. So I'm a bit dubious about that. But apparently they might be good clutches. I mean, Truck Fix isn't about no more, but back in the day they was quite good, so I might pop one of them in. Because it's a shame, innit, not to use them. So yeah, have a go at that, I think. So I'm gonna just roughen up the flywheel a bit, it's all glazed up and that. So I've got some coarse glass paper and a block there, so I'm just going to use that. Rough it up a bit, just so the other clutch plate will bed a bit better. So that's all roughened up, deglazed. I've just done the same to the pressure plate as well. Just gives it a chance for this ceramic plate to bed in, so I'll get that chucked on now. Some copper grease, fit spigot bearing. Get it all in there. Lovely stuff. Lovely. So I've put a new thrust bearing in, and I've already welded a plate years ago to reinforce it where the ball usually pops through in, but you can get heavy duty ones, so that's alright. Put loads of copper slip on it, so should be good to go. So chuck the clutch on now. So I've not got an alignment tool, so I just got a deep socket with a bit of tape around it. So they're lined up nice, spigot bearing and that. So I'll get the pressure plate on now. There she is. All good. Just hope she doesn't slip. Start dropping her in now. Well, she's in. Got to drop it down on the mounts and that. It's pulled up on bell housing anyway, the spline's gone in. So that's all good. So start putting it back together. So that's it, all back together. Took a bit longer than anticipated. Just got to zip tie a few bits of cable and that's it. See, she starts up. I've got a pedal anyway. Clutch pedal's alright. Sound. Well, it's working. Have to test it on the road, innit? Right, let's take it for a test spin. Yeah, she seems alright now, so yeah, I'm glad I put the ceramic clutch in now. It seems a lot lighter and it's gripping a lot better, so yeah, that'll do me. So that's pretty much for this one. So thanks for watching, check out my other videos, like and subscribe and all that malarkey, and I'll catch you on the next one.